Welcome back to the Shay. After wins over Tadcaster Albion, Lancaster City and the exotic-sounding Solihull Moors, FC Halifax Town face an altogether different proposition today. The League One leaders are here. Charlton Athletic at the Shay in the first round of the FA Cup. Today marks something of a high point for a club that went out of business in May 2008. But back-to-back promotions under the former Leeds player Neil Aspin mean they are a club on the up. A win today would be their biggest cup upset since they saw off Man City in 1980.
You're the shaman of Halifax Town.
Perhaps Henry has found it.
Chirpy music, mud, sweat, sideburns, perfection. How things have changed. They've even got a banqueting suite now, for heaven's sake.
We don't want anybody thinking we're Billy Big Time or whatever, because we're not.
I'll never get big time, don't worry. Just the players who are big time.
Look for a cow field, get a billiards table.
Pitch is looking too good. Most of the teams in our league, they want to play football. They will try and play football. They don't just bang the ball forward, they try and play. That's what we'll try and do as well.
And where Charlton should be shivering, only warmth. Could you at least turn the heating off on the day? I don't know what the weather forecast is.
Well, I know, we'll have to. We just need them to lose the way to the pitch, don't we?
3 years ago, Halifax Town went bust. Where did all the money go?
I don't know.
Since their name change and rebirth, their progress has been rapid. Neil Aspin's been the mastermind. Everyone up and down the country remember you as being sort of follically...
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind taking that off.
We've had 3 full seasons, 2 promotions, 2 championships, and you know, it's a harder step up for us this time, and we're just working hard to see what we can do.
It's been a while since Halifax were knocking on the door of national attention. Their promotion to the league in '98, probably their last high tide mark. Jeff Horsfield, now coaching at Port Vale, was the star man on less than star money.
£120 a week I were on, but I were earning £250, I would think, Brick Lane, more or less £50 a day after tax and things like that, so you're earning more on a building site than playing for Halifax.
A diligent taxpayer, a prolific striker.
A good set of players playing for us at that time, winning the conference, so it were a good club, yeah.
Bought by Kevin Keegan for £300,000, they still remember him well, especially Ellie the kit man.
I know Jeff really well, had some great times with him. He was a great player and character for us at the club.
Every club needs an Ellie.
We used to train on Tuesdays and Thursday nights when Jeff played with us, and there were often times he couldn't get here because of his work, and he was painting pylons in Ireland, and he was doing all sorts of other different jobs.
Some things haven't changed.
I don't really get involved in what profession they do, and I'm only concerned that they get here for training.
Market gardeners, fitness guys, and
I'm
so
not
on.
interested unless there's a candlestick maker here.
No.
There'll be nobody who plays for Halifax that wears a pair of pink boots, shall we say, or bright yellow or whatever.
Nicholas Bentner, you ain't coming. It's not happening. One director, Bobby Ham, formerly of Preston and Bradford, will need strapping down in the posh seats. Have you ruled yourself out for Sunday?
Just about, yeah. Unfortunately, I've still got a dick in here, otherwise I would have been available.
Do you recognise a bit of you in them?
Yeah, I think so, yes, because, you know, they genuinely love the game.
It's going to be like their cup final, hopefully. If they, I think if they get in the face and do the right things, the basics right, they'll have a good chance.
Charlton have only one chance to beat us that Saturday. We're ready for them.
They'll be talking about that in Yorkshire and further afield for quite some time to come.
We'll still be talking about it now, about the pitch as much as anything else.
Wow.
Those were the days, weren't they? Blimey, it's a different game on there.
Imagine the manager saying, now, come on, get out there and knock it about a bit. Let's get the ball down and play. I mean, look at it. It's incredible, this surface, but it's very much commonplace.
Yeah, people wouldn't believe, would they? If, you know, youngsters growing up wouldn't believe that pitches used to be like that. But
yeah. And it's not because it was Halifax. I bet you're back at Main Road.
Yeah.
City's pitch at that time of year probably wasn't a whole lot better.
Absolutely, and you see from the surroundings the improvements that have gone on here as well off the field. Yeah. Fantastic, great pictures, aren't they?
I mean, these were the days of team baths. Can you imagine the colour of that water after you've been playing on that and then climbed in the bath? It's a massive challenge for them today. It's a point worth emphasising, they're part-timers. They're just not going to have that level of fitness, are they?
Shouldn't do. I mean, I think that's one of the advantages for Charlton. You would expect the longer the game goes on that that they get the upper hand. But having said that, the adrenaline, you know, reading through the programme, all the lads are talking about the chance to be live on national television for them. Goodness me, they'll run through anything for however long it takes to get a result today. So I think that extra impetus for them of it being their biggest game ever will provide the incentive.
And I've done that where you go to work and then you wait for the weekend to come around to get involved in a game like this.
Makes it better in a way. If it's not your job, then...
No one feels tired, no one's talking to tiredness or being a bit jaded or whatever. They've been working flat out all week, having to train in the evenings. They'll turn up here today, Adrian, absolutely ready to give everything.
I think Peter Drury was talking to Neil Aspin, and Neil described himself as an industrious player.
Yeah.
But he, as you said, like a lot of clubs, they want to play football a bit. They want to pass it about.
They've got an opportunity on these sort of surfaces now to get the ball down and try and play. And we've seen all the in the goals package that we've just shown. We've seen some genuine, real high-quality goals. And I think it's all credit to the managers in the lower leagues that are encouraging players to get it down, knock it around and enjoy themselves, because that's what we want to see. We love to see a shock, and we like the FA Cup always brings that up and atom kind of feel about it, but I think we are seeing a different culture and a different era of amateur player now that really want to play.
Well, Neil Aspin will have to do with that, one of his main goal-scoring threats today. One, James Dean. Less rebel without a cause, more rebel in the sin bin today. He's with Ned.
Yeah, Adrian, I'm here with arguably the most frustrated man in the shade today, James Dean, the Halifax talisman. He picked up a red card against Guiseley a couple of weeks ago, and then that was a 3-match ban and then a 6-match ban for, should we say, laying hands on the referee?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was, this said I manhandled the referee, but, you know, in these days you obviously can't touch him. But I was absolutely devastated, you know, when the news came across, and unfortunately it's one of them things.
You must be gutted to be missing out, but you've got a flavour of what's going on in the dressing room. I mean, what are they saying? How are they going to set about beating Charlton?
I mean, I was in the changing room, you know, listening to the team talk, and the lads are really calm, you know. They're not nervous, they look relaxed, and the gaffer's just said to them basically, just go out and enjoy yourselves. And as you can see today, the atmosphere is, you know, unbelievable, and the fans are going to get behind the lads, you know, and everyone's just got to work together and you know, do the best. But most importantly, you know, the gaffer said, just enjoy yourselves, don't be worried, don't be nervous, you know, the pressure's on Charlton.
James, enjoy your day if you can. Thanks.
Cheers, thanks a lot.
Let's have a look at the Halifax team then. That was James Dean, who is not on it for, as he said, laying hands on the referee.
Yeah, which you seem to think in the past you could do. I don't quite know where he got that.
Certainly before your time.
There we go.
So what should we look out for here?
Well, Lee Gregory is their top scorer, 10 this season. So, but look, it's a day for any one of them to go and make a name for themselves, isn't it? Whatever's gone before in their careers, this is their moment in the spotlight.
I think Simon Eastwood as well in goal. We saw some perhaps not such special work between the sticks in some of those goals that went in earlier. So let's hope he has a strong day today as well.
Well, I suppose from Charlton's point of view, they would rather come here and play a team that tried to play football, as we keep saying they do, rather than like the old days at this level. You just lump it up and let's have a real battle.
No, absolutely right. You know, there's nothing worse than as a so-called superior team turning up at a non-league ground and then finding a team playing very, very physical football against you. So I think Charlton will welcome the fact that this Halifax side want to get the ball down and knock it around, and I think they'll be very pleased about that.
Well, stay with us as we'll hear from a man with a lot to make up for after the break.